Huawei also presented today the P9 Plus, and please do not mind this one here. This is something I did for myself because down there's some information you should not see. So I taped it over and it's not reacting totally okay with that because that tape over here. So don't mind, it's very, very pre-beta. Nevertheless, I wanted to show the product. I can show you the backside too, by the way, but it's exactly the same like the P9, including that dual camera, including that aluminum unibody housing, including all the feature, but only a little bit bigger. And that's a picture I wanted to show, that you can see both side by side or one over the other. So you see it's not that big. It's 5.5 instead of 5.2 inch display, but only a little bit brighter, a little bit higher. So it's, to be precise, 75 by 152 instead of 71 by 145 millimeters. And it's 162 grams instead of 144. So no big deal. And especially you still can reach the opposite corner, the last icon on the other side of the touchscreen here with this 5.5 inch. So it's still okay. And you also should know that this is the same resolution, 1080 by 1920, meaning you have a little bit less pixel density, of course, like here on this 5.2 inch with Full HD. But see for yourself, let's go here, for example, that you can compare for yourself. It's no big deal, don't mind about that. Last concerning the display is it's Super AMOLED, and please do not go, oh, because there are some advantages. First of all, you have better contrast, of course, and look at this viewing angle stability. That's something you won't never reach with IPS dual domain panels like this one here. So this is almost like printed on the glass. So I really do love this. And last of all, don't mind this one. Please forget about this one here, and especially that tape, so it's not reacting totally, this touchscreen. Please remind this one. I'm happy to show you this device, so please ignore this. Yeah, and last of all, Super AMOLED displays, at last hour I've tested, almost all, are running longer. You have 3,400 milliamps battery inside here instead of 3,000. But bigger display, of course, we have to wait for the test. But in most cases, AMOLED displays are running better than IPS pendants. Yeah, and you also have a different camera, even if it's going with 8 megapixels. Nevertheless, you have here an aperture of 1.9 instead of 2.5, so gathering more light, and especially you have an autofocus here. It's the first one for me I have ever seen with a fixed front lens and autofocus. And you have 64 instead of 32 gigabyte internal memory. Of course, expandable, everything else like the P9, same processor and everything. And 4 gigabyte of RAM instead of 3. And last but not least, something you might know from your iPhone, for example, that's called Force Touch or Press Touch, as Huawei is now calling it, meaning if you touch a little harder, you get additional information. I'm not quite sure if you really need this, but I wanted to present you, and if you like this, you now know that you can get it with the P9 Plus if you want to. Yeah, you have an infrared sensor on the top, and you have 2 speakers. The first one here and the second one down there. So you have stereo, even if it's on the side in landscape format. But the trick is that you have a special sound mode automatically engaged if you are in upright mode, meaning they have the treble here and like a subwoofer of kind of. The bass is down here, so way more stronger than usual. We have to see in the final test if this is really a better sound, but of course you hear the bigger basses here in this kind of mode. Yeah. It's again like Type-C USB here, but supporting 9 volt 2 amps, so you have quick charge. So depending, of course, on the charger Huawei is putting into the box of the P9 Plus, but It should be charging quicker than this one, than the P9 here. It's coming in the mid of May, so around about 4 weeks after the P9, and it will cost, at least in Germany, Europe, including tax, 699 instead of 469 euro. Prices may, of course, vary depending on the countries. Yeah, I hope I could help you a little bit with the first impression here from the P9 Plus and, of course, the P9 here from London. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye.